Growing up in rural Auckland, people loved to ask me if I had a horse. I did not have a horse. People swoon about how lucky I must have been to have such a big backyard, climbing magic faraway trees and scraping knees on gravel driveways. It is so beautiful when I return 5 years later and the bakery still knows my order. I still get scared of the forest near my home. I was told monsters head in. In rural Auckland, I learned that rose petals are edible. Cameras can capture the memory of you running bare feet with flowers cascading from your mouth as the first piece of poetry you will create, but they cannot capture the feeling. In rural Auckland, I learned that having an ideal backyard does not mean you will experience an ideal childhood. In rural Auckland, I learned that ghosts from your childhood will follow you back to any place you attempt to call home. There are days where I am the one haunting the house. In rural Auckland, I learned that my nose is my mother's. She says I am her tenfold, her most prized possession, her flower in beds of weeds like I do not know the world loves roses best when they are chopped at the root to die. She says I am picture-perfect mother's daughter when brain and mouth behave. She says I am just like my father, faster than it takes him to start drinking again when brain and mouth are unruly. Like my spider-leg lashes do not string DNA cobwebs that connect every tear she has shed to mine. She says I will give you something to cry about. Like mirror shard soul crunch does not spit her back to me. Like I am not rinsing my mouth of her blood with every thought I speak. Like I am not peering up with helpless eyes underneath Narcissus' pool of limited self-reflection. She says she does not like me. She says I love you because I have to. She says I raised you better. Like I did not let rural Auckland take me in its maternal tree-lined arms. Like I did not mend my own clay bones with golden lacquer. Like I did not have to unlearn her self-hatred thrust onto a body born of her own. I feel her 60-year-old frame rooting itself in my gut. It is hard to feel your age when you were forced to grow up too fast. I hide in the forest because the real monsters lived inside my home. And how do you confront somebody lying through teeth much bigger and sharper than your own? Mine are all chipping and yellow and pulling matches from her hands that light my thighs on fire, breath that smells of desperation and food gone rot before it ever meets my eyes. I bit all my nails off once just to pretend I could feed myself a meal. How do you hold a funeral for somebody who isn't dead? How do you grieve somebody who is just a phone call away? In rural Auckland, my mother says she will pay for my nose job. Like I do not run my fingers along the ridges, convinced the Greeks must have carved me from marble. Oh.